guys, MrMate here for the Teutoburg podcast. I'm here just to give you guys my thoughts on the walkthrough. Now, I know some of you are like, oh fuck, not just MrMate, what's he doing here? We were supposed to have some other people on the podcast, but due to time constraints and everything else, didn't really go too well. But over the next week, we're going to have a brand new podcast, a very big podcast with some new people and some reoccurring people, about the wrap-up of everything we know about Teutoburg and some exclusive info, hopefully. Anyway, let's get stuck right into this. So this is the Teutoburg Forest walkthrough video, and I'm going to be going through this. I'm not going to be going through every single part. I'm going to be going over things I think are important, and you can leave your comments below of what you would like to see in Rome Total War 2. So first off, the biggest change I think are the animations and the unit cards. You can see the unit cards are very Greco-Roman. As we come in, that's the unit cam right there, showing the ball of fire killing all the Romans here as they get hit by the light Germanic units. There's Varus, little unit pop-up cards. Here it is there. So this is what it is here. Obviously there you go. You got the star there. It shows the spears. So it's a very same of Shogun, very clear, very you know what the unit is, and you don't need to think. You know exactly what it's going to be able to do. So this is obviously melee cav with a sword, melee units, spear units. And so you got some few more spear units. Strange how the spear units aren't really carrying a spear, but you know, it's different. You can see there by the helmet, higher class Roman units. Now, obviously, it's the Greco-Roman art style. A lot of people are looking for a more earthier tone for the backing of that instead of pure white. I kind of agree. It'd be cool to see more of a pottery color, but I'm not too fussed about things like that. They haven't really explained as to what all these things are. Obviously, it shows you the stats. These things, obviously, most likely grouping, move quicker. Not sure what that is yet. There is what the guy said in the PC Gamer interview was that you have the ability to now run through an enemy while your defense actually lowers a lot while you're doing that, but it does give you the option to pound straight through an enemy while doing damage, while taking damage, but you get to the other side. So the Romans here getting ready to fight the Germanic tribes' light units as they're getting hit from all sides here. You can see the awesome animations kicking in. You don't see any close-ups, bit of disappointment, but we'll see what happens there. See the units coming to charge to help relieve this unit. So this is basically what it is. The Romans getting to new area and fighting off each Germanic tribe unit. You can see here these just puff away. It's just because it's alpha. So you got to remember this is pre-alpha. Now I'm going to skip to the part where the cavalry is at. So this is the cavalry charge. The first real big thing of cavalry you see. So I'll just go back on a bit. So here we go. So they wheel up, and here's another place a lot of people are debating how quick these guys fire off a shot. Now this is pre-alpha, and you can see that these are very bright, very tracer-like rounds. Obviously they're the fire rounds, but this is pre-alpha, and they will not fire like this in real when the game is finished. You can see here physics engine kicks in a bit, some guys get thrown across, guy got launched there. Cav absolutely decimates just like they should. Guys start to retreat. You'll see what more of a thing I'm talking about in terms of the tracer rounds, not too far from here. As the units move up. This is another thing which I did not like, and the first thing I really did have a problem with Creative Assembly implementing was the fact that you can actually move units from the commander screen or the satellite screen. They said in Carthage that you would not be able to do this, but it looks like they've kind of gone back on that, which really disappoints me. I think it makes the game way too easy if you're able to move units from here. Before it was said to just be a referencing tool. You'll see them actually put it to use here. So they've already boxed them, there you go. Kind of disappointing that you can do that. But then again, you know, it may turn out to be a good thing considering now you have naval, you have ships and everything to look after at the same time. There's a unit cam right down in the soldiers. You can actually, when you're down there, you can hear the soldiers screaming orders at each other and screaming, you know, to fight for dear life. Also, there's another thing they've implemented is that, to what we know, units can just run. Romans automatically put their shields up. This is not obviously Testudo. Testudo will be shown soon. This is just them putting up some light cover while sprinting to protect themselves. Obviously, to my knowledge, that's how Romans were taught to run with the shield slightly raised. I could be wrong. I could have just heard that from somewhere else. That's all I can remember for now, though. So you can see them pushing through here. We'll skip ahead as they come into this big clearing. What you'll see, the Romans are not going to have a good time. So they run up here. You can see this is their objective to get to, but all the Germanic tribe units are swarming around them. So as they come out to this clearing, you can see archers are coming up to the ridge. The Romans are forming up to prepare to defend against the Germanic tribes, or the Suebi, as they come here. Here you go. You can see all these units trying to get around and protecting each other's flanks. And here come the war dogs. This is the first thing the guy explained, that the war dogs, very light units, easy to dispatch, especially against a Roman unit who's already ready sitting there. They're more used for dispatching routing units or to get light infantry skirmishes. Obviously they're gonna be able to run down skirmish units, which is a blessing because I hate those skirmish units that keep running away. So here he sends the cavalry up. This is an awesome little scene here. You'll see the melee cav coming in to do some damage. Here they go, they just push back another unit. Here comes even more now. You'll see this in a second here as he's just showing here. Here we go. This is an awesome little look at the unit cam and how clean everything it looks, how the animations look absolutely amazing. Here we go. Going through, just carving up, looks heaps cool, ride straight through them. They don't just stop like in Rome. They just keep riding straight through. But here, spear units come out of the forest, which is a new thing. Units can hide a lot closer to units than previously in other games. That unit is now dead. So here we go, we see Varus leading his men on a horse without reins or a saddle. But for the first time he spots Arminius. So this whole time he was calling for Arminius to come and support the lines, but here Arminius is looking like a badass with a silver mask and a wolf helmet. So here you'll see Varus just leave the people, while Arminius and his cavalry chase him down. So the guys actually use this, the Roman units use this to get away. Like I said, unit cam, everything looks just absolutely amazing. One thing I always mention whenever I'm playing is that this game the unit models look nearly as good as games that are third person, which sounds insane, but if a game's if you have a game, you've created a game that's third person, right, and you're a decent developer, you've got enough money to back it, and your game doesn't look as good as a game which is, top down view with thousands of soldiers, you got an issue, because Rome just looks absolutely insane. Obviously a bit of graphical glitches there. Just looks insane though. He does a little pan here, I think, or here we go, the Testudo. So this is one thing that looks absolutely insane. I'm not going to talk about the Testudo right now, but look at this. Look at that. Look at the sun filtering through the trees and the units and the shadows. Look at that. Absolutely insane. This also looks, the units moving Testudo looks really realistic. Check this out. Some arrows flicking right off the shields. Some dudes panicking here. Obviously some will still get killed. Here we go. Just before they get close, they will auto charge out and engage. Look at that, driving straight through. You got to remember the Roman units are ready to fight, ready to slaughter these light infantry units here. So here we go. The first look of the berserkers in game. Look at them. Absolute monsters amongst men here. Not as big units as the Romans, but will carve straight through. So the Romans just need to get out. So he chooses to sacrifice 2 units, as you see there, those units that were there. And now he's just going to leg it down the road to get out. So I'm just going to skip forward here, as this is it. So all the units are moving the column. You can see this is absolutely freaky, all these units just appearing up here with dogs. You can hear the dogs barking and such. There's some dudes are getting burnt for the fire arrows. You see how deadly the arrows are here. Whether they tweak that later on, I'm not too sure. The arrows did play a huge part in ambush tactics. So I'm just messing me on Steam there. So did you see more dudes burning here? Look at that, a lot of units getting killed there. Look at all these units surrounding them. There's a cool, look at that. That's like 30 dead right there, 40 dead. There's a cool little like cinematic scene you'll see here when the units spin around. Wait, you'll see it in a second here. There. It looks back again. You just see how many Germanic units are coming here. But you'll see right now a very good showcasing of how powerful the Roman legions are. Especially more veterans units who have been through fights. They'll tear straight through this unit. You'll see right here. Look at that. Look at this, ready? Look at that huge pile of units just coming towards them. These guys just got to break through, and thank Mars they do. So they get through, and that is it really. That is the Rome Teutoburg video. So I'm just skipping through here. You guys think while I wrap this up. That's the walkthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think Rome's turning out to be a great game. Stay tuned to the podcast for great updates and thoughts from your favorite commentators. That's also another thing I've nearly forgot to mention, that apparently you can use Pila while moving, or you can throw it really quickly, a lot quicker than you could have before. Not too sure if that will thing. I highly doubt it will stay like that. But yeah, also check out Game Level TV for latest news updates. That will have news updates within an hour of it being released. So obviously, if you didn't know, Pontus was announced. Link below to Game Level TV, and we'll see you guys next time. MrMate out.